Hello everyone, sorry about that. There was just a bit of a problem trying to start this live stream, but it's started now and I think it's working. So, hello everyone and welcome back to Elise Little Things. In today's live stream, I'm going to start off by showing you guys my 3D printed coffee grinder design that I recently just printed. So I'll just show you it just now. And I did that in my last live stream on I think it was last Friday. So if any of you haven't seen that, you can go ahead and check that out on my past live stream videos. As I said on my last live stream, that I would like to show you guys my finished 3D printed design. So this is it here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera, but I'll try to show you it. That's it there. The little mini coffee grinder. I'm kind of shaking a bit. That's how it looks. And the little bit that turns is the grinder. And it has a little drawer at the front that you can just open. Like that. And inside there's little coffee beans. Just like that. There's little coffee beans inside it. You can just close the drawer. So that's it 3D printed from the 3D printer. I think it looks great. But that's how it looks. I'll actually show you the design. Yeah, that's it there. The coffee grinder. In colour obviously. But it's got all the detail that we 3D printed, so it's all came up really well. So I'm very happy with that. It's obviously to 1/12 scale because that's the sizes that we do for Elise Little Things. That's the scale that we normally have the designs at. But of course you can scale it up to bigger scale or even smaller if you want. But that's just to show you the magic of 3D printing. So you can see how it looks when it's 3D printed. So let's get started. Let's start with Zbrush. So in today's video, I'm going to design something a bit different from what I usually design, and that is a mini bowling game. So let's get started with that. And remember guys, if you have any questions at all, feel free to just put them in the comments section and I'll do my best to get back to you all while I'm sculpting. Okay. So I'll just quickly import this design. I did it, there, I'll import it here. I did this during the week, this bowling mini game, but I just want to do it from scratch today so you can see how it looks from the very beginning of designing this. Just import it here. That's it there. So I'm going to design that. I've already designed it like I said, but I'm just going to do this live stream just to show you guys how I approach this design. So let's start. So I'm now going to use the extender tool, which will pull this out. And first I actually need to get the size. So 9.5 I'm going for. maybe extend it a bit more so it's a bit longer. So it's like that, and I'll make it a bit thicker as well. As you can see, it's thicker here. Just a bit more. So how is everyone today? I hope everyone is well. So right now I just uncreased the edges because I didn't want it sharp, so I want it nice and smooth and round. So by uncreasing that, just by selecting it like this, like that, we'll just uncrease so we don't end up with the little dotted lines that makes the edges more sharper, which we don't want. So we want it nice and smooth and round, just like it is here. So I will make a folder for this. And I will now insert another cylinder 3D. And we just want to make it a lot smaller from this board, the wooden board, so that way we can get the little cuts at each side. And I'm just going to polygroup this end bit and just delete it. And the same with the other side. And we'll just make them more rounder at the end. So that way when they're cut, it has round edges on the design and it's not squared. And we want to put this in the same folder, and we want to use this one to cut. So this will cut, which is called live boolean. So we'll cut the design from the board, which is what we want. We just want to slide this down a little bit. So it's a bit more rounder. And we'll just mirror that on the other side. So it's the same on both sides. So after that, we'll then do this bit, the cover bit for the game. So we'll design that bit. So we will insert and we will use Cylinder 3D. Also, we need to make sure everything is in the middle. That's really important. We'll select these and use the delete option. So that way it's opened at the front, just like on the design. And we'll delete the bottom too. So we'll polygroup all this so it's separate, and then we'll delete. And we'll bring this in a bit further. And with symmetry, we just want to move each corner. And we just want to try and move each corner the same. And we just want to shape this a little bit, just so we get it round at the corners. Also masking can help, just to shape it a bit more. We just want to tidy it up a little bit. And then just use the Q mesh to bring it out, just to create some thickness. Just tidy it up a bit more. So we have thickness on both sides. And make it more round at the corners a bit more. And you can use the move brush just to move each side into the design a bit more, so it's touching. and just kind of put it to level with that. And just keep using the move brush or masking just to create a bit of roundness at the edges. Just like that. And this is coming out of the design. That's what we want. And we want to put it a bit more at the edges so there's not too much of a gap in between. Something like that. And remember, you don't want them too thick as well. So something like that I think would be best. So next I think we're going to design, we're just going to actually import little buttons like studs at the side of this just to keep it together. So for that I will just insert a cylinder. We actually use the gizmo just to put it on the other side. So it's like that just on both sides. And next we will then start to do this. So I will insert a cylinder 3D for that. And it will go somewhere here. And we'll use the extender tool for that as well. Just like that. I think that's a good length for that. And we'll just accept that. And put it to one poly group. And then just sort of place it here. I think that's a good height. We'll just make it kind of smooth like that. And we'll use the clip curve just to create a edge that's been cut off from this. So something like that, just so it's at an angle. And a little bit at the top too. I quite like that kind of angle, so I'll just go to that one. I'll just keep it to that angle. And we will then insert another tube of cylinder 3D. And we'll use that to cut from this. So we have that little bit where you can push the ball in to get to the Skittles. So we make this smaller. That way there's room for the ball to go through. Also, I'm going to do the same by deleting this. And the same with the other side. So it's not squared at the edges, it's more round. So it's a bit more smoother. You can bring it up higher or even lower, just whatever you think. So something like that. And next we're going to insert the little ball. So that's just simple, you just insert the ball, which is the sphere that we're going to use. You can use any sphere that you want, any ball that you want, when you obviously 3D print it. So I'm going to make it quite small. So something like that, I think looks good. So next we will then do the little Skittles that are over this side. Okay, so that's what we have so far. So we'll now do the Skittles. So for that we'll insert cylinder 3D. And we'll just make this coming out a bit. We'll make this bottom bit a bit longer and bring this out. So we have something like that. So we're just going to make them so it's just sitting at the end, and we're going to do 4 here and then 3 just like the picture of the design. Also, I want to make this a bit higher. So it's something like that. and we want to put 3 here and 2 here and then 1. So it's something like that. Okay, so I think it's time to put colour on this design in material. So I'll just apply everything. And we'll just boolean everything so everything's permanently cut from the design. So we have these bits here that we want. So next it's time to put the material and the colours. So RGB, which means colour and material that you can apply at the same time. And we'll just do this start up material. So that's the material we already have. So we'll just actually, before we did that, we should actually put this in different polygroups. So we'll go back to this. So everything's just in the one polygroup, so that way when we boolean it, I can then select each subtool and put them in different materials and colours. So now we can select each one. So we're on that material and that's what we want. And now we want to change the colour. You can go any colour that you want, so I'm just going to go kind of peachy, or actually a lemony colour. So I quite like that colour. And this one will be a bit darker. And this will be white. And also you can paint yellow underneath if you want to. But I'll change this to a different colour. So I quite like that. So next I think I will probably paint in here and also at the sides. So with that you can put them in different poly groups, or you could just use the brushes which you have here. So I'm going to use the hard brush, and I'm going to choose this sort of cream colour, and maybe just paint the colour that I want on this, on the sides. And for this, maybe go a yellow. You can go through each one if you want. You could even just actually delete these ones. You could probably do it another way too, but I'm just going to do it this way. You can just paint around it, maybe even create a nice design around it, but I'm just going to paint around it like this quickly. You can obviously tidy it up, make it look more tidier with painting. You can blend it in as well. which is quite cool. So you can blend colours together. And I'll just bring these out again. Just like that. I think it looks great. So there you have it, our finished mini bowling desktop game. So I think it's time to end this live stream. I hope you all enjoyed it, of me creating the mini desktop bowling game. I would definitely put this on my shop for you guys, as I think this would look great, and with the rest of my mini designs that I have, because I've done some other game designs that you can check out. So stay updated for more live streams, as I have a few more ideas to design for our streams. I'm thinking of designing next time a vintage telescope. So I'm very excited to start that. And after that one, I will then start to design a retro candy scale that you can get in the old-fashioned candy stores. So that will be for the other streams as well. So I have a few ideas that I want to do for the streams, and I can't wait to get started with them and keep growing with my craft and learning more things and just keep growing with what I love to do. So guys, stay updated for more designs, and if you liked this video, please put a thumbs up at this video. And like I said, watch my last live stream where I designed a coffee grinder, as that's something that you don't want to miss, because I 3D printed it, and you can just go back and look at how I actually designed it digitally on Zbrush. So guys, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I'll see you all in the next stream. See you later guys. Bye.